Welcome to Seed to Life. In this video, I am going to show you how I built a no-dig garden raised bed. When we moved into our new home, our backyard had grass. As I got interested in gardening, this grass became a big problem. It not just needs a lot of water, but always keeps growing in all the raised beds, flower beds, everywhere. I needed more space for my raised beds. I already had 3 on one side of the yard that we made and put in place on our own. The other side of the yard is big and we had to get professional help to remove the grass and cover that area with weed cloth and mulch. I thought problem is solved, but nothing stopped the grass from growing. Finally, this year I decided to use a no-dig gardening method that I learned from many expert gardeners on YouTube. I made little modifications to it. And surprisingly, it worked really well this time. I'm very happy. This is a spot that I started with. The first step is to cover that area with a thick cardboard. If you don't have a thick cardboard, then you might want to use multiple layers of thin cardboard or even brown bags. Let the cardboard sit in place for a few weeks. During this time, my sprinkler system was off. Only occasional rain during early spring was a water source for the grass underneath. As the grass was dying out, my little pigeon pea seedlings were growing in this planter very happily. We call it a tuvar bean in India. It is very delicious. It was my first time planting pigeon pea plants, and I had no idea how tall they grow or how fast they grow. I just knew that these plants fix nitrogen. It happens many times that I plant things without much research and they still give outstanding results. That is what happened this time. Now, the second step should have been putting the raised bed in place and filling them up with soil. However, due to COVID, we were avoiding any non-essential activities and making raised bed got delayed. I did not want to waste a lot of good spring and summer time, so I moved on to step 3, that is planting the seedlings. For step 3, that is planting the seedlings, I made some circles on the board with about 18 inches of spacing for the pigeon pea seedlings. I used pigeon pea, but you can use any plants that you like. Just make sure that they are faster growing plants than the grass. If you choose wrong plants, then the grass again will take over and it won't let the plants grow. Step 4 is to cut out circles of around 4 inches in diameter. We kept the circles bare minimum to put the plants in. Remember, I did not loosen soil or did not take any effort to remove the existing grass. I was worried that the seedlings once planted won't get enough water because of the thick cardboard above, but the problem didn't occur. In step 5, I dug out the soil for the seedlings to go in. I dug out twice as deep as the depth of the roots, and it was enough. In step 6, I prepared the holes for planting. I couldn't even get enough compost that time, so I used a handful of cow manure and compost that I had. As the soil in my yard is clay type, which is very dense and not at all nutrient rich, I added a little bit of azomite in each of these holes. For those who don't know what azomite is, it is actually volcanic ash that contains many micronutrients and minerals and trace elements. It is a natural product and can be used in organic gardening. You can call it multivitamin tablet for plants. Now that I have added some organic material and nutrients, I was ready for planting. Step 7 is to put the seedlings in. Separating the seedlings always makes me nervous. It was going to be a drastic change for my little pigeon pea plants. I was concerned that these tiny plants won't survive the transplant shock. But I was underestimating the resiliency of my little ones. One by one, I transplanted all the seedlings and watered them thoroughly. The cardboard acts as mulch and conserves a lot of water. Otherwise, in very hot and dry climate of my region, most of the water gets evaporated. This is an additional benefit of covering them. I was expecting slug problem, but so far I don't see any slug damage because of the cardboard. Also, I pruned top half of all these plants to allow side branching. These plants soon adapted well to this new place. This particular spot gets more than 6 hours of sun daily. As the plants were growing, we also covered that entire part of the yard with a thick black landscape fabric as a base for the gravel that we are going to put in. By doing this, it prevented even the nearby grass to grow into that new garden bed area. I cut off the black landscape fabric from the base of the bed and added additional soil, sand and compost to fill the bed. I didn't have to add much soil, only covered the cardboard with about 4 to 6 inches of additional soil mix. And we were set. It took us approximately 2 months to make our new garden beds. They are made by my husband who knows nothing about carpentry. They're beautiful and they even have this inbuilt stakes at the corners. I will share with you how we set them up in another video. In just 2 months, plants grew from 6 to 8 inches up to 4 feet in height. That is how fast they grow. That too without any additional fertilizer. After 3.5 months, my beautiful pigeon plant babies are now 8 to 10 feet tall. They haven't started producing yet, but they look very beautiful and luscious green in color. I put some of my plants under these plants for partial shade. Next year, I am going to plant 4 such plants in every garden bed to protect the other plants from extreme summer heat, a natural permaculture method. I wish I knew it earlier. That's it for now. I hope you find this video at least little helpful if you decide to make a no-dig garden bed. In my future videos, I am planning to share with you my backyard transformation and some other urban gardening hacks with you. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the channel, please subscribe to my channel Seed to Life and post your suggestions in the comment sections below. Click on the bell icon to get notified about the new videos and updates. Thank you again. See you soon.